message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Barnes comes in for Anthony, and it's Crawford in for Steph Curry. Denver making a switch here. Lynn's checked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Starwatch.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. You talk about Scott Brooks' defensive focus. He played 11 years in the NBA as a 5'11" point guard, Steve. You'd better believe he had some toughness.
Oh, he was nasty. He would pick you up full court. And, you know, there's a great stat about him when he played. He went 5 consecutive seasons where he had more steals than turnovers. So shows you about Scott Brooks.
The Nuggets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Well, some of the faces changed both on the floor and on the sideline for Denver last year, but they were still able to get up and down the floor for a lot of points.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. The most important points they can get, he said, are points in transition. He told them to push it, create opportunities on the fast break. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. For Denver, Clark, they weren't quite as reliant on their fast break score, but it was still up there, as you said.
Yeah, able to mix it up a bit, but still found themselves in the top 10 in the league in fast break scoring. I think they're best when they run.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. As some people would say, what about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. Yeah. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose, because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it. The Nuggets leading by 17. Right side, Lynn. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Yeah, 100 points. I mean, one of those records that stood a long time, and perhaps no player has so single-handedly dominated the game the way Wilt did.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Denver. With the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. Inside,